From the capitals to the back rooms, we follow the paper trail. Opinion from the facts, we mark the line, we check the veil. What's public, what's protected, what they say, what they reveal. If it breaks in the morning, you'll hear it first and hear it real. Keep your eyes on the print, keep your hand on the line. Every claim gets weighed, every source gets time. Hidden files, bring the truth in view. Hidden files, we cut through the news. Facts from fiction, we don't play pretend. Hidden files, bring the truth in view. Hidden files, we cut through the news. Facts from fiction, we don't play pretend. Hidden files, here's where it begins.
What's up, everybody? Kalo K to all my Spanish people. But I want to show y'all something real quick in this video with this Maduro thing. I was watching an interview and they was talking about his capture on how Maduro's own security detail could have actually had him captured. It was kind of weird when I first heard it, because I'm like, man, how y'all gonna sell y'all president out? And then the worst part about it is the $50 million that they were supposed to get, they didn't even get it. But I'm gonna let y'all watch bits and pieces of this interview. As y'all know, Nicolás Maduro was the president of Venezuela. His government actually still consider him the president after the United States kidnapped him, they say. But I just want to show y'all something real quick that's kind of weird. It was this interview with CIA analyst Larry Johnson, and he the one that's stating that this happened.
Of they're going off of an old indictment of Maduro that was actually crafted as part of a CIA covert action during Trump's first administration. Now, once you probe into the actual source of a lot of that information, you're going to find that perhaps some of it is not even admissible into court because it was obtained through intelligence methods, and some of those intelligence sources are likely are not very reliable. This is this idea that all you have to do is take a leader, replace him with someone else, and then you will have some wonderful new situation, and it will be stable. It's founded on essentially how I would explain politics to children or fanatics, which is, we have a problem in the world because there's a bad man over there, and if we just get rid of the bad man, everything will be fine. Everything will go back to normal. So all the complexity of the international anarchy of building governments. Oh yeah, certainly. Yeah, I think there were people paid. The operation was carried out by Delta Force, and Delta Force is good. They're very capable. They're highly trained, but and it's always entering into that kind of situation. It's much like the story we told about the capture of Bin Laden. The story that never got out was that the Pakistani intelligence service was paid off to look the other way, which they did, because
Yeah, I never knew that. Pakistan was working with the United States to get Bin Laden up out of there.
Pakistan been actually operating with their air defense system, they would have disrupted that mission. And the same can be said here, because flying helicopters into that part of Venezuela, you're going up over the mountains, and they do have air defense systems that apparently some were knocked out, but some just didn't go into operation. And it appears that there was no security detail around Maduro, or if there was, they were not very competent. Now, I've heard from some that said that the Wagner Group was sent there to defend Maduro. I don't. Again, I don't know if that's true or not. But this Western fantasy that we can remove one person, and in removing one person we get a perfect government, a stable situation, hasn't worked out in the past, and I doubt if it's going to be the case here. And then that we don't.
I'm gonna pause it for a second. I got another. I want to show y'all this statement from this article. Take a look at this. It's role of the CIA in betrayal from within. The kidnapping of Maduro and his wife was carried out by a U.S. special unit of the Delta Force. Johnson is convinced that the smooth running of the operation was only possible with the top help of insiders from Maduro's security detail and the apparatus protecting the president. The betrayal is likely to have made some people in Caracas filthy rich overnight. Johnson is certain that people were paid off, pointing out that the Venezuelan air defense systems were not activated and that Maduro's security forces were either incompetent or bribed, comparable to the Bin Laden operation in Pakistan. So yeah, this article on the Morning Star from about the interview. And I got another interview I want to show you guys real quick.
Well, the story we're being told publicly is not what actually happened. But what we know for certain is that Maduro is in custody. He was kidnapped, but apparently there was a very elaborate deal negotiated with that involved Qatar playing this.
I want to show y'all Qatar real quick. If y'all not familiar with the country, this is Qatar. It's an Arab country. And it's in West Asia. This is Qatar. Let me get back to the interview.
Sort of a go-between, and it looks like this is I'll call it a reprise of the Kill Bin Laden mission that took place, now what, 15 years ago. Because you remember in that mission, the Navy SEALs, the SEAL Team 6, that flew in to capture Bin Laden, they didn't face any opposition. There was no.
Hold on, I want to show y'all the special force team that actually went in and got Maduro. The 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment. These was the people that went in and got Maduro. A special operation force of the United States Army provides helicopter aviation support for special operation forces.
No air defense systems shooting at them,
And other contemporaneous reports from the Pakistani side at the time showed that basically the Pakistanis turned off all the electricity. There had been the United States had finally confronted Pakistan on the fact that they were harboring bin Laden, and then basically Pakistan stood back and let the United States come in and grab bin Laden. That's what happened here. Uh, there was no air defense system in operation against these helicopters that were carrying members of Delta Force. And these helicopters are flown by a group called Task Force 160. This was apparently, though, Maduro was guarded by 32 or more Cuban guards, and they were killed. Again, we don't.
Yeah, I was kind of stunned. I was like, why they using Venezuelan soldiers? I mean, Cuban soldiers instead of Venezuelan soldiers. And I found out Cuba been working with Venezuela ever since the Soviet Union fell and Russia stopped selling and giving oil to Cuba. So Cuba had to find another oil partner, and I guess that was Venezuela. So they've been working with Venezuela ever since then. And I guess Maduro didn't trust his own people around him, so he used Cuban soldiers, someone that's outside of their government structure, to help protect them.
I don't know the circumstances. If I find it a little hard to believe that these Delta Force guys, rappel down out of their helicopters, or that they're flying in little birds where they can just jump off and immediately run around and start shooting. Perhaps that's what happened. But the new acting president, this Delcy Rodriguez, she has ties to Qatar, and she was also the oil minister. It looks like there was some sort of deal in place, and maybe even Maduro, if you've watched if you've watched him with the photographs, he looks like he's still on the campaign trail. He's sitting there giving the two thumbs up, and he's smiling in some cases. I mean, it's very, very weird. So this is a play by the United States to get control of the oil in Venezuela.
Okay, there's some couple other things I want to show y'all. Oh yeah, they said the weapon that they used against them was something called the Discombobulator. Uh, I guess it's some type of directed energy device that they use. But I thought it was something from like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, because if you see the boxes that they sent to Venezuela's back end, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. But yeah, it's called the Discombobulator. In addition to directed energy devices, U.S. military operations heavily utilize electronic warfare, such as EA-18 Growler aircraft to jam, disrupt, and suppress enemy air defenses without conventional combat. But I want to show y'all something about the Discombobulator.
Can anyone follow up with the president about this weapon?
You talked about the weapon, the discombobulator.
Discombobulator. Well, I'm not allowed to talk about it. But what does it do? Let me just tell you, you know what it does? None of their equipment works. That's what it does.
Okay. So you say you're not allowed to talk about it, but it kind of feels like you talked about it? This dude cannot keep a secret. This is how you know there's no aliens. Because day one, Trump would have been like, I'm not supposed to say anything, but they have 3 boobs.
Now look, this article right here um, about the soldiers, the Cuban soldiers that died during the Maduro capture. It was 32 Cuban soldiers. Um, the remains of the soldiers who are members of Cuba armed forces and intelligence agencies arrived early on Thursday at Havana International Airport in coffins draped in the Cuban flag. Now look, you guys, they're about to come off this plane with these small boxes.
Del partido, el Estado, el gobierno y los ministros de las Fuerzas Armadas Revolucionarias y el Ministerio del Interior.
Look at this.
Honor y gloria a nuestros compañeros.
Now, what happened to them? Like, did they get shrunk, or they just burnt all the bodies after they died? Like, but this was weird. They look like little shoe boxes or something. Caracas, that's the capital of Venezuela. But yeah, you guys, the whole story with Maduro just don't even make sense of how easily they went in and got Maduro. They say not a shot was fired, and they just went in there easily and got up out of there. Now, this article right here about Maduro legal fees, where I guess his lawyers or the people that's defending him was arguing with the court, saying because of the sanctions, he's not able to get any of his money to pay his lawyers to defend his case. And they said a New York federal judge on Monday afternoon accepted federal prosecutors' resolution of the U.S. Department of Treasury sanctions dispute over the funding of ousted Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro defense of narco trafficking conspiracy charges. So basically, they're going to let him get money from his country to help pay for his defense, which I guess is kind of good on his part because he don't want to have to use a public pretender. I want you guys to see this real quick. This is the vice president of Venezuela right now. Wait a minute. Is this the article? I don't know. Hold on.
Demanded the release of Maduro. The country was invaded, and that there really is actually a full hunt right now on the streets of Venezuela from the colectivos to find, as Larry called them, the traitors that might have been responsible for this. She said, "We are partners with Chevron, which is a company from the U.S., and they want our oil without paying because they want to lower the cost for the U.S. in a process that is very badly hit. Today, they are no longer the world's leading economic power. It's China now. They've been displaced, and they believe they can recover that position. And do so, they need Venezuela's oil for free. And for it to be free, it has to be stolen. Do they really think we as a people are going to allow it, give away our oil, give away our riches? Well, they had to do it the way they did, by assault, by using military force to seize a merchant ship that was transporting Venezuela's oil. And when their top authority was asked what they're going to do with that oil, they answered, keep it. So they want to impose a law of the jungle. It doesn't seem like she is on board with allowing the law of the jungle to be imposed. Patrick, what do you?
Yeah, so that's Venezuelan vice president. So yeah, she basically telling you what they plan was to go out there and do. It don't really got nothing to do with narco trafficking.
is, and apparently always has been, about one thing: seizing control of Venezuela's oil. President Trump and his closest advisors have made that clear. It's about President Trump using the power that he has as president without restraint to get the oil that he wants. This is not my assertion. These are President Trump's words. Quote, "We built Venezuela's oil industry with American talent, drive, and skill, and the socialist regime stole it from us." Quote, "It was the greatest theft in the history of America. They took it away from us." Quote, "We're going to have our very large United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure, and start making money for our country."
Basically, man, it's crazy. But yeah, man, basically that's what they went over there for, to get that oil, man. And it's just kind of crazy how they got all the people brainwashed and fooled on the news. But yeah, I just want to show y'all that real quick, and want to know what y'all think. Was the advanced technology the key? Did intelligence agencies infiltrate his inner circle? Or was this simply a result of years of surveillance and planning? As more information becomes public, the full story may finally emerge. Until then, much of what happened remains hidden behind classified files, competing narratives, and unanswered questions. So what do y'all think? Was Maduro betrayed from within? Or was this one of the most sophisticated intelligence agency operations in modern history? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoy deep dives into geopolitics, intelligence operations, and the stories behind the headlines, subscribe to the Underground Skyz channel. Thanks for watching. Peace.
From the capitals to the backrooms, we follow the paper trail. Opinion from the facts, we mark the line, we check the veil.